my jaw. I don't pray for peace, I forge the law. One breath, two breaths, ignite. Came from nights I didn't care, from silent rooms and heavy air. Every doubt tried to get inside, so I built a wall with grind. No comfort left, no easy way, I show up anyway. Heart steady, hands tight, turn the anger into light, not chaos. Control, rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, no retreat, I do the work. Pain is fuel, I don't get nervous, I convert it. Rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, every rep becomes a curse. On the weakness I was serving, now I end it. I don't need a perfect day, I need a reason to obey. When my body wants to stop, that's the moment I unlock. I'm not here to feel okay, I'm here to change my shape. Breath controlled, eyes clear, let the fear disappear. No noise. Force, rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, no retreat, I do the work. Scar by scar, I write my purpose, I become it. Rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, every rep becomes a verse. In the ritual I'm preserving, now I live it. I don't break, I build, I don't beg up and steal. One mind holds one flame inside. Discipline. Rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, no retreat, I do the work. Pain is fuel, I don't get nervous, I convert it. Rage, liturgy, ignite the furnace, this is where the weak reverse. But I never turn, I surface and I finish. One breath, two breaths, one breath, two breaths. Furnace lit! Move. Ooh. Ooh. Hands on steel, don't think, grip lock, no blink. I don't negotiate with doubt, I shut it out. Every excuse tries to speak, I cut it mid-sentence. Heart rate climbing, vision tight, this is where they fold at sight. No mercy for quitting, lock the grip when the body screams mercy. I don't listen, no mercy for quitting. Hold the weight, this is desert. pressure rises, silence answers. I don't shout when it starts to hurt. I tighten form, I make it work. Every vein begins to burn. That's the signal, it's my turn. No panic here, no wasted breath, just measured force against the sill. Pain is loud, but I stay still. Thunder waits inside my will. Veins of thunder, power under silence. I don't rush, I apply violence. Every rep is calculated, every weakness isolated. Veins of thunder, pressure stays. I don't break, I calibrate. I learned strength is not the scream, it's staying sharp when muscles bleed. While others fade or overreach, I stay locked inside the scheme. No ego lives, no wasted pride, only force I can control and drive. Breathe aligned, vision tight, I convert the strain to bite. Veins of thunder, power under silence. I don't rush, I apply violence. Every rep is calculated, every weakness isolated. Hold the line, stay inside, let the pressure multiply. This is where the strong are made, not in noise but in restraint. Veins of thunder, no defiance, only force and pure compliance. Pain obeys when I decide, power lies in silence. In silence.
Hello, hello, hello everyone. Hello, I am finally back. I know I didn't stream all week. For some reason I just had like no motivation or anything to stream or even play any of my video games. And it's really quite rare that I ever get into one of those moods, and it lasted like all fucking week. So it's like really odd for me. I didn't really understand. Brad Adams, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my nerd empire. So yeah, it was quite odd. I mean, it's I usually get those feelings, but usually it lasts for like a day or two. But for some reason, this time it lasted like all damn week, and I had like no motivation to freaking do anything. Well, I barely had any motivation to even read any of the manhwas that I read. So it was just like, I'm far as I'm aware, Brad, yeah. It's rare that I get people every now and then, but not many ever. I don't have a very high average viewer count, so far you're the only one here, Brad. Don't go crazy with the fucking likes, man, okay? Just like it if you like it. It doesn't matter if you do or don't. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to do this. Alright, we're going to start off by reacting to some videos. There. Okay. So the first video we'll be reacting to is by my number one favorite channel when it comes to the paranormal and the supernatural and anything that revolves around that. And this is from Nuke's Top 5. Now it says top 5, but they always seem to do like a top 10 or whatever, so I always found that kind of funny. But this is 10 scary videos don't watch alone. And I absolutely love the paranormal and supernatural. I've loved it since I was a kid. So
Jonathan Javier Molina works as an EMT in Mendoza Province, Argentina. One night after finishing a late shift, he's sitting just inside the hospital corridor when he notices something very strange. He thinks he keeps seeing someone sitting inside his car. He pulls out his phone and starts recording, and what he captures is truly bizarre.
Estamos en este momento en el microhospital, escuchamos un golpe y nos dimos vuelta porque dijimos, bueno, ¿quién está entrando?
it's kind of hard to see at this
Cuestión de
distance.
que no hay nadie atrás nuestro.
Oh, I can actually see it. You can see a head right here in the passenger seat.
Y miramos dentro del auto y dijimos, oh.
And if you look real close, I know there's like a glare or something in his windshield. It looks like I need to close I need to close my curtains. I'm getting a glare from. That's getting hard to see. I can keep one of the shades open on one of my windows, just the one that's closest to my desk. I had to shut because I was getting too much sunlight into my screen. But yeah, if you look close, you can see what looks like two like black eyes, like black sockets. Like there's no eyes there, but you can see a forehead, a hairline. You can see hair. But you can see what looks like just black in what should be their eyes.
Qué mierda, Lo peor de todo es que no queremos salir. O sea, no, un miedo, la puta madre. Lo peor de todo es que se mueve adentro el auto y no hay nadie. O sea, ahora vamos a ir a controlar el auto. Pero parece como si...
Yeah. It even as he closes, gets a closer look. Yeah, it looks like there's just black sockets where the eyes should be. But it's weird because it looks like it's just the head. You can't see any shoulders or a chest. All you can see is what looks like a really big head.
Si fuese un reflejo.
Oh.
La puta madre.
It's looks like it's trying to duck under, so it can't be seen.
No, boludo.
And it's gone.
Ya, salimos rápido para que vean que no es mentira. Mamá, la piel de gallina, hermano.
He's getting chicken skin.
Piel de gallina. Cagazo.
And there's nobody there.
Nadie.
Yeah, normally if somebody was sitting in the passenger seat, you'd be able to see like the head, neck, shoulders, part of the chest, or maybe the entire chest. But yeah, all you saw was a head. There's like no neck or shoulders or anything. It was just the head. I wonder if it'll reappear if he goes right back to the spot where he started recording.
Nadie. Un montón.
I think I'd be watch a jump scare the shit. Yeah, that'd be funny. I would be very wary of getting back in my own vehicle to go home because I wouldn't know that if it decided to hop a ride with me to my own place and then just haunt me instead of staying at the building where he originally saw it. So I'd be very worried that it would jump a ride with me back home. Because it's in his fucking car.
Mierda.
Why is there a shirt on the ground or something? Oh, is it going to show back up again? Are those broken tiles? Oh, I think they're broken tiles. They need to get that fixed. That's dangerous. There it is again!
Y encima nos mira la puta que te parió.
This time you can't really see any... Well, you can't really see a hairline this time. All you can see is like a pale face with black eye sockets. It's like it's fucking with him, and it's kind of funny.
No, chavo.
Oh, now it's getting in the driver's seat. Is he gonna pop back up? It looks like it's still right here on, like, just behind his windshield wipers. I'm waiting for it to just pop back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, it was the sound that scared me. Hang on. It was the sound that scared me.
Jonathan films through the glass.
I was paying attention to the driver's side, and all of a sudden the sound came on, and that that made my heart jump.
Doors and spots a pale, translucent figure just sitting in the passenger seat of his car.
If that were my
It's
vehicle,
faint,
it's
but the
going
shape
into the
is
ocean.
clearly there. He goes outside to check, opening both the front
Fucking
and
knew it
back
would get-
doors and showing the empty interior. He even pans around to prove that no one is nearby. But after going back inside, he looks back.
Yeah, I think I would put like a thermite grenade into that car and bring it into the middle of nowhere and set off the thermite grenade and just be done with it. I'd be like, I would show this to my parents and I'd be like, I'm getting rid of this car. I'm burning it to a crisp, and I need a new car. 'Cause fuck that.
Out at his car and is shocked when whatever it is appears in his car again. This time, it seems to be staring right at him.
It's eerie because it looks like it's just staring at him, like it's begging him to try something.
So, did Jonathan capture a ghost outside the
The face looks fucking huge.
hospital trying to hitch a ride? And if not, then just what is this?
And the thing is, you can't tell if the apparition is attached to the area or the building, and it's just going into his car because it's near the building just to mess with him, or it's possibly attached to the car and it's just hitching a ride with him. You can't tell which is which, or if it's just a free spirit that's just there. But it looks sinister, and it looks like it's just fucking with him.
Let me know what you think. Graveyard shift.
God, that would be creepy as hell. I would not want to drive that car anymore. I think my mom would understand, too.
A security guard working the overnight shift at a cemetery decides to film a quick video for his brother-in-law, just to show him how creepy the place is after dark. He heads into the on-site crematorium to do a little filming, and that's when things get...
Isn't there a video game where you play as a guy? Is it a mortuarium or mortuary? that you're playing in, this would be just as fucking creepy. If it's hitching a ride, he can keep the fucking car. It's his. Pretty much, yeah.
Weird.
Let's see, no audio in the beginning. This was last night.
Lights, they turn off automatically at a certain hour. And I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna walk you through.
God, it's a crematorium. It just looks fucking creepy.
You know, I have a friend that works that he would see and hear things coming from these furnaces when they're burning the bodies. So when I'm walking through here,
Yeah,
they
it
usually
being
put the
really.
urns out to send to the families.
Okay,
so when I'm
there's a
walking
light.
here at night, I walk right by these urns that they put on these tables here, and then I come down, freaking out.
Ooh. What the? You can't see any of them move, but you can kind of tell like there has to be one of them shaking, or maybe the lids to one of them. Go back if you didn't see it. The lid on the urn open. Wait, what? Really? Wait, which one? Oh, I saw it. It's the beige one right here next to the white. You can tell that the lid slowly opens. Yep, right there. I saw it. Yep, I'd probably leave too. I probably wouldn't be in that much of a rush like that, but I'd be like, okay, I'm done. It's like it's a spirit trying to escape its prison. No, thank you. Oh shit. Oh shit.
As he walks deeper into the room
I think it was following him or chasing him out.
where the bodies are cremated, the audio on his phone starts to glitch. Then he freezes as he hears a sharp clinking sound from somewhere nearby.
All right, here's the thing for people who watch this video later. Like sometimes you'll see like lights glitching, or you'll hear audio glitching or stuff like that. What people don't realize when it comes to spirits, like the paranormal spirits, entities like that, they're gathering the electrical energy around them because they need that in order to either manifest or gather enough power to grab or move something. Because despite what people understand, it takes a lot of energy for them to move even the smallest thing. I mean, just like even that urn lid, it takes a shit ton of energy for them to gather just to do this. Or even what you saw with those plastic, like that doorway that had the plastic things on it. It takes a lot of energy for them to do that. So the audio glitch you were hearing is them gathering the energy in order to, sort of do this stuff. That startled me when the door things moved. Want to know a fun fact about me? Sure, why not? And so, yeah, and it takes a shit ton of energy for them to do stuff. So...
He turns the camera, and that's when he notices one of the urns. An urn that actually has someone's ashes inside, and the lid is moving. It slowly tips upward like something inside is trying to get out. And with that, he decides he's seen about enough. He starts
I think whatever was trying to get out kind of either followed him or chased him out.
heading for the exit when he notices movement again, this time in the doorway. The curtains are swaying even though the air in the room is still. And then, clear as day, something pushes them open from the other side. And that's it. The guard just makes a run for it. So,
Fuck that.
is something lingering inside the cemetery's crematorium? Are the spirits of the...
I'm actually able to see spirits and demons like you are looking at a human. I know that there are some, I think they're called mediums, that are able to do that. It's very rare, and it's not something that can be easily proven. So a lot of people can be very skeptical when it comes to mediums and people who are actually able to see things that otherwise should not be able to be seen by the human eye. So while I also am a bit skeptical, I also do believe it because there are some people who are able to see stuff. Like, a lot of times what I'm able to see are what is known as shadow spirits or shadow beings or something like that. One example I can give, and I've given this example I think in other videos, I used to live with a friend of mine. He's a former step-uncle. And one time I was walking by his basement door, and his basement door was open. He had a friend, or still, I don't know if he's still living with him, but his room was in the basement. And I know what he's like. He's a skinny, lanky dude, and this was at night. I think I went to the kitchen for something, and I was walking back to my room. And when I looked down, what I saw was this shadow apparition. It looked like it had a hat on, it looked like it had a hat and a trench coat, kind of like the Undertaker from WWE would wear when he's walking down to the ring. So like his trench coat and his hat with that brim of his, it looked like that's what he was wearing. And it looked like it was about maybe 5'10" to 6'2" in height, and it was just standing at the bottom of the stairs in the basement. And it was you can't, when it comes to shadow beings, you can't really see any face. All you can see is like a silhouette of what they look like, but it felt like it was looking up at me. And I stood there for like 30 seconds, and I was staring back at it until I was like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm just going to go to bed. And I just left. Nothing really ever happened after that. But that was like the clearest thing that has ever happened to me, is that I saw this kind of big shadow apparition. So, and another small thing that happens every now and then is when I'm alone, or when I know nobody's around me, and I know nobody's talking, is I'll hear like small whispers or conversations, or sometimes I'll hear my name being called out when I know there's nobody around. So most I can see is shadow apparitions, and that's about it. Yeah. But like I said, when it comes to the paranormal stuff, for anything to manifest itself into the material world, on the material plane, which is what we live in. We live on the material plane. For them to be able to show themselves, it takes a lot more energy than what you were seeing in this video for them to move something like a lid or those things in the doorway. It takes a lot, and I mean a vast amount of energy for them to gather in order to manifest an entire body for them. Even just a very translucent body, it takes a shit ton of energy. So, and for them to manifest a body that looks more solid, I can't really put into words on how much energy that would be for them to gather. That must have been quite interesting when you first started seeing them, Brad. I bet it freaked you out a little bit.
Departed, not really departing. Let me know. The transparent
Oh, I've said this in another video before, but I think the most vivid experience I've had was when I still lived with my dad. This was, I think, a little over 10 years ago. I was still living with my dad, and this was in the middle of the night when I was trying to go to sleep, and I was laying in my bed. And I was laying on my stomach because I tend to lay on my stomach, which is not really a good thing to do because it's not good for your back. But okay, I can't remember if I was laying on my stomach or my back, but out of nowhere, I felt this pressure push down on me. And I know it wasn't my cat because I know what my cat feels like. And this pressure that was pushed on me felt like it was covering the entirety of my chest or the entirety of half of my upper back. Like I said, I can't remember if it was on my back or my stomach, but I felt this mass pressing down on me. And like I said, I know it's not my cat because it's obvious. You can tell what a cat feels like when it's walking on you and when it just lays on you. And it was pressing down on me like it was trying to prevent me from getting up. So what I did, and I know I don't pronounce this correctly because it's Latin, and I'm not good when it comes to pronunciations when it comes to Latin, but I basically said, "In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti." I said that, and then after that I said, I think I said, "In the name of God, I'm telling you to get off me," or something in that regard. So I said the first thing, and then I said something like the second thing. And then like 2 seconds later, I felt the pressure slowly ease off of me and then just disappear. So, and that whole experience went on for like, I'd say somewhere between 10 and 20 seconds. But that was the first time I ever felt like something actually interact with me and push me against my bed, like it was trying to prevent me from getting up. So it was the weirdest experience I ever had. It didn't freak me out. It just felt really weird and odd. So that was the other than the shadow apparition I saw, that was the only other actually real vivid experience I've ever had with the paranormal. I haven't had anything happen to me like that since, though. So I think things tend to leave me alone. I have a portal in my basement. I've had a guy come in and he told me there was one there. Well, you got to be careful with that, Brad.
Passer. A Florida live streamer named Michael mostly posts gaming content on his social media.
Oh, what was that first game?
Named Michael mostly...
Oh, this must be an RTS game. It looks familiar.
Posts gaming content on his social media. He's not a ghost hunter, and he's definitely never...
I think I know this game. It's like Manor, I think. I can't remember, but I know it's like an RTS game. It's like an RTS survival.
Never filmed anything paranormal until now. Michael says his mom has been complaining that something keeps waking her up by tapping on the bedroom window every morning before sunrise. He says his dad brushed it off at first because the window faces their backyard, which is surrounded by a gated and locked 7-foot fence. Nothing should be getting back there. Eventually, after hearing the complaints a few too many times, Michael's dad sets up a camera pointing out the bedroom window. What he captures chills him to his core.
Alright, look, it's starting now. The security light turns on. It picks up.
Oh. Yeah, see, when I was talking about manifesting, something like that, like you see a misty form, that takes a lot of energy for something to do that. And that's just a misty, oddly shaped form. I have to head off here, man. If you're on again, I'll come back and watch. All right. You have a good rest of your day, Brad. And thank you for the follow.
And then it walks back. It's at the corner of the house. You see him walking? It's like a short guy.
Es un fuego chiquitico.
And then you see the trees move. Y los árboles se movió.
Damn, it's manifested itself pretty damn well.
Y camina, es una persona, no es una persona chiquitica, muy chiquitica.
At 4:27 a.m., long before sunrise, a small translucent figure strolls through the backyard along the tree line. Now, normally I'd just say it's a little kid and probably some bad camera compression, but something about this figure seems a bit off. It doesn't really move like a child, but more like a very small adult, maybe 3 to 4 feet tall. And also, why would a child climb a 7-foot fence at 4:27 a.m. just to wander around someone's backyard? So what did Michael's dad capture here? A spirit, a duende, a gnome, or just one very strange camera
It looks like a spirit.
glitch?
Because you can see like you can see like mostly an upper half, but the lower half it's more translucent than the rest of its body.
Always, you decide. Run through the jungle. Over on the YouTube channel, Josh the Intern creator Josh McCartney films his outdoor travel and adventure as he explores the world. In one video, Josh heads deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka in search of one of the country's oldest prehistoric sites, the Belalina Cave, also known as the, quote, Cannibal Cave. As Josh treks further into the jungle, two men suddenly step out from somewhere in the brush, and they begin following him. They match his pace, and they stop when he stops. Eventually, they catch up, and one of the men tells Josh that he should follow them because they, quote, want to show him something. Josh immediately gets uneasy and decides to start filming.
I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me.
Yeah, that's no. I hope to God he has something on him to defend himself with, because that's just not right.
Around. Very cool. I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot. But I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach. Yet every time I lowered the camera, they would tell me to follow them as they wanted to show me something. At this point, I did feel quite uncomfortable, but I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think these guys want to
Oh, hell, I wouldn't. Fuck that. No.
show me something. All right. We going this way? But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed. Wow. It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first. Okay, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. After you.
Yeah, no. No. I'm sorry. You know what? If I'm trekking somewhere and then two people come out of nowhere and tell me they want me to follow them, I'm immediately turning around and going back. Actually, if I'm trekking anywhere, I'm making sure I have something with me to defend myself with, because no. No.
And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry. I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come,
God,
okay?
this guy.
I stayed
At least he's
calm,
alive.
acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave.
Yeah, I would just start running. I think they're probably, yeah, they're bad people.
I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go. I'll stay, and then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay. So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran.
Oh yeah, I would have fucking run.
Oh, I'm gonna have a sit. All right, guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty.
Josh says that in his travels in Sri Lanka, most of the people he's met have been very friendly. But this encounter just seemed different.
What I would say, you know, is they could be extremely friendly and they just genuinely wanted to show me something in that abandoned house, and I just so happened to walk by and they're like, we're going up there anyway, oh, you know, we'll show him something. And I've had those experiences here in Sri Lanka where locals want to show me something and they're super friendly and lovely. This to me just didn't feel like that, and so I was better safe than sorry, and so I got out of there. This is a decision that I made. These guys could have been nice and genuinely wanting to show me something.
I see, for me personally, I don't care if they were the nicest people in the world. You pull something like that, that will set off alarm bells in any person with any sort of common sense or critical thinking. Because you don't know, they could just be acting really friendly or they could be genuinely friendly. But to try and lure somebody into an abandoned house saying you want to show them something instead of actually bringing the thing you want to show them, yeah, that's very suspicious. And any person with any sort of intelligence at all would just be like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go.
That is just not what I felt in the moment, and I've just got to trust that gut instinct, especially when I'm out there remote on my own. I've just got to trust my gut, and so that's what I did.
Now, honestly, Josh is a little more optimistic than me because I don't think there's a chance in hell that these guys were.
Here's something I'd like to say. If you're going to go out and, you know, trek places like this, bring somebody with you because there are safety in numbers. And bring somebody you can trust. And bring a weapon.
To anything good. But hey, let me know what you think. Were these guys just being friendly?
No.
Or was Josh about 2 seconds away from something horrible? The wax shaman.
What made it more suspicious is when that guy in the red shorts started to walk to get behind him. Because from what I could tell, his action was to make sure that he couldn't escape. And that's just not very, no.
Maria Sabina was a revered shaman and spiritual healer from Oaxaca, Mexico. Maria's fame in the West and the attention it brought upset her local community, and she suffered because of it. She was an outcast to her neighbors. Her house was burned down, and her son was killed. Maria Sabina died in poverty at the age of 90, suffering from malnutrition. As part of an exhibit on witchcraft, the Ocampo Museum in Guadalajara, Mexico displayed a very lifelike figure of Maria Sabina. But soon after it went up, visitors began to complain, saying the figure moved or even tried to grab them. The following creepy video was recorded by one of the very frightened museum visitors.
It's amazing how lifelike you can make something when it comes to wax. I mean, it's frighteningly realistic. I'm just... Oh! Yep, the head moved.
The wax figure of Maria Sabina appears to quickly turn its head and look directly at the man. And as you might expect, he just freaks right out.
Yep. Yeah, that is freaky.
The man showed his video to museum manager Ricardo Barbosa, who posted it online, and it immediately went viral. Ricardo posted a second video to prove that the wax figure of Maria Sabina is definitely not supposed to move.
¿Qué onda, amigo? No manejo nada de mecatrónica. Es una figura totalmente en cera. Mira, es una pieza total rígida, no se puede manipular. Te digo, no tiene nada. Te digo, mira, te muestro. No hay cables, no hay nada, no es un robot. Es una figura totalmente en cera.
Museum manager Ricardo Barbosa shows that the wax figure is completely solid and immovable. It contains no gears, no wires, and no motorized parts. It's just a wax figure that should not move at all.
And yet
so
it did.
what do you think happened here? Let me know down in the comments. See.
And for an apparition or something to move it like that, considering how solid that wax figure is, the amount of energy is fucking tremendous.
Secret roommate. Haley and her friends are staying in an Airbnb with their moms when they discover something very strange. A secret door hidden under a rug at the bottom of the stairs.
And I wanted to like open it to see what was down there. So then I got my phone
Some Evil Dead shit going on here, man.
because I wanted to get a video of me going down there to like see what was down there because it was actually creepy.
Haley starts to record as they open the hidden door, revealing a dark cellar beneath the house.
See, here's the thing. If I had a house and if I was renting it out like an Airbnb thing, and if I had like a secret, basement or cellar like that, I would make sure to let them know, like, hey, there's a cellar door here. Please just leave it alone. There's like no lighting or anything down there, so just leave it alone.
We found a secret door underneath.
That had to scare the shit out of them.
So it turns out someone is living down there. A woman's voice suddenly yells up at them from somewhere in the darkness.
Who got trapped down there?
Now, they say they have no idea who was living in the cellar, but I have an idea. It was the owner. That's what I think. Because I featured several videos on this channel of weird people who rent out their house and then just secretly hide inside somewhere.
Yeah, there are some people who rent their house out like an Airbnb, and they have like some sort of like secret room or something that they go in and hide. I that's like the creepiest thing in the world. If you're gonna rent your house out like an Airbnb, leave. You shouldn't be there living with them. That's just creepy because it makes it look like you want to watch the person.
What the hell?
Like that.
You're the people that I let the house to, right?
Yeah.
You're here on holiday?
Yeah, who are you?
I own the house. I'm Richard. Hope you don't mind. But
What the fuck? It's a bit weird. What's happening? What's happening here?
The guy's not even wearing any
There should
pants.
be no problem. I'm not going to interfere with you.
But you're interfering with me now.
No.
See, if like I said, if you're gonna rent the house out, like an Airbnb thing, you shouldn't be there. That's just creepy.
Where's your clothes gone? Where's your clothes?
They're in the washing machine.
So, next time you stay at an Airbnb, just be aware that the creepy owner might just be living inside there with you. And that is truly disturbing. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
That's another thing. If you had like a cellar or something, there's somebody living there, you'd think you'd put that in the description or you'd let the people know or something.
Gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Living doll. TikTok user Chiki Chica says that her granddad collects old antique.
Oh God, dolls. They are the most famous item associated with the paranormal. And the ones I find the most creepy are porcelain dolls. I have nothing against dolls or anything, but any place I live in, I don't ever want a porcelain doll in it because I'd be too freaked out thinking that it's probably haunted.
Dolls and mannequins, something that really creeps her out when she goes to visit her grandparents. One night, she's busy on her laptop in a room full of those old dolls when suddenly...
My grandma, when she had her previous house, she had I went upstairs because I was curious as to what was upstairs because I've never been on the second floor of her house before. I found a doll, and from wall to wall was just covered in dolls. I saw that, and I closed the door. I did not want to see it. Again, it was too damn creepy.
She sees something that chills her to her core.
Oh God, that's creepy.
This thing just moved.
Did it? I must have moved before she started recording. It is a creepy ass doll.
Boy, all the talking heads would have been screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking forth in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, getting a good win.
Something gonna happen or what?
You just happy that you moved to 2-2. The injury to Parsons and anything at this point, he just let Black go.
Yep. I think it wanted her out of the room. Why do people keep those balloons anyways? I mean, like, if the party's over, why are you keeping the balloon?
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
Is it gonna be the hand or something? I won't watch, and just proceeds to watch. Oh, I think it was a hand. Yep, yep. Yep.
At first, Chica is...
You know, if something like that happens, I would immediately tell the grandfather, be like, Grandpa, you need to get rid of this doll. And be like, why? Here's the evidence. It fucking moved. It's haunted.
Freaked out by the creepy doll and walks out of the room. And the door just slowly swings shut behind her. But she goes back in and tries to get the doll to move again. And it does. In the mirror, you can clearly see the doll's hand move across its knee. But did you see it? Just before the doll's hand moves, a strange shadow passes across the wall.
Yeah, I saw that.
Toward the old doll. So is this bizarre old antique doll haunted by the spirit of one of its former owners? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I don't think it's a hoax.
Pulled under. In Indonesia, a little girl named Zaina and her brother are playing in their bedroom as the family security camera quietly records. But as the little girl crawls across the floor, something seems to pull her. Zaina's mother, who was away at work, later watches the security footage back as she records her horrified reaction.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Ayah, demi Allah, kayak ada yang nyeret Jena. Demi Allah, jangan pikir ya. Demi Allah. Demi Allah kayak ada yang nyeret Jena. Bener-bener astagfirullahaladzim. Masuk. Enggak yang jelas. Nenek di depan. Dia mau kendaraan ya. Demi Allah kayak ada yang nyeret, sumpah demi Allah. Bukan dia pergi. Abang Afri. Siapa nih? Kita enggak.
Damn. Whatever that was really pulled her pretty damn far under the bed.
The little brother just kinda lies there staring at his phone as his sister seems to be slowly dragged under the bed. Zaina starts screaming. Whether in pain or fear, it's hard to tell, but her brother barely reacts. Eventually, he calls for help and their grandmother rushes in, but even she can't pull the little girl out. A nearby neighbor hurries in to help and the two of them actually have to lift the entire bed. Finally, the grandmother manages to free terrified little Zaina and pulls her into her arms. Their mother, whose shocked voice can be heard on the video, says she has no idea what to make of it. She genuinely believes that something pulled her daughter under that bed. But what do you think? Scary videos. This is the place for weird or silly videos.
Yeah, that would be like, no. Fuck that. If I had a security cam video and it showed my child being dragged under the bed by some unseen force, I'd be like, okay, if that's it, I'm either blessing the entire fucking house and exercising it, or I'm moving. Because I'm sorry, a real life person or entity, I don't care who it is, you do not fuck with my family.
Or actually, this week it's ones that didn't quite fit the regular list, but are still creepy in their own way. First up, a young woman named Lexi is just hanging out at home with her dog. Nothing unusual. But her black lab suddenly locks onto something across the room. Something truly bizarre.
He doesn't like the figurines. The Santa moves.
So this video was sent to me a couple of hundred times in email and on TikTok, and some of the people in the video comments are just straight up freaking right out. But it turns out that this is just a Christmas decoration doing what it do, because it's actually designed to move like that. Freaking the out of the family dog is just a bonus. This next video is something that some people seem to think might actually be paranormal, so I'll just put it here and leave that up to you. Kath Noel hears eerie laughter coming from her baby monitor. She goes to check and sees this.
Oh, this is just a few months ago, too. You could tell it was on the
little girl just seems to
November.
wake up laughing maniacally and staring at the nanny cam. Now, there's no denying that this clip is creepy as hell, but I'm just gonna write this one off to babies do weird shit. Thank you. In the video comments, people mentioned that Kath wondered if they should call a priest. This person says, I'm a priest, don't call me. Another popular video comment is, move immediately. leave the child. And then someone just simply posted this lovely picture of someone throwing a baby. Anyway, that's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back again next week.
just Kobeing the baby. That's pretty damn funny. Okay. On to the next video. Sorry if you hear crunching. I'm snacking on some chips. Alright, this next video, I've run into a clip of this song on TikTok, like I do a lot of my other songs that I react to. This is by Isaac Mather, and it's called Heaven Couldn't Wait for You. This is an acoustic video, so let's check it out, shall we? This is probably a very in-your-feels one.
I still replay the last goodbye. The memories burned into my mind. I held your hand, you closed your eyes. When you took your last breath, so did I. They said time heals, but that's a lie. It hurts worse as each day goes by, and it keeps me up at night. Heaven couldn't wait for you. It's killing me to face the truth. And it all feels wrong cause you're gone, and I don't know what the hell to do. I didn't wanna let you go, cause moving on hurts the most. Why did the good ones always go too soon? Heaven couldn't wait for you. I see you up in the stars at night, wondering what is heaven like. I wish I could be right by your side. If God's up there, then ask him why he didn't give us a little more time. I thought that you'd survive, but heaven couldn't wait for you. It's killing me to face the truth.
Damn. I mean, damn. Honestly, not really sure what to say. I mean, thankfully, nobody close to me has died in over, I'd say, 20 years. Thankfully, so. But sometimes when I listen to these type of songs, sort of visions or scenarios go into my head, and it's like I know someday somebody in my family is going to go, and it's just so it's not a very nice feeling to think about. But the song is very good. It can really get to you.
And it all feels wrong cause you're gone, and I don't know what the hell to do. I didn't wanna let you go, cause moving on hurts the most. Why did the good ones always go too soon? Heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait for you. I wasn't ready to lose you. The angels don't deserve you. I'd trade forever to hold you, but you left before I knew. Heaven couldn't wait for you. It's killing me to face the truth. And it all feels wrong cause you're gone, and I don't know what the hell to do. I didn't wanna let you go, cause moving on hurts the most. Why did the good ones always fall too soon? Heaven couldn't wait for you. Heaven couldn't wait for you.
Damn. Okay. This video is by Rev Says Desu. And it's called It's Actually Over. So I don't know what is over, but I'm guessing it has something to do with Face Connect, as I can see here. But let's see what's going on.
Hey, what's up, guys? From here. So unfortunately, it appears that we have now entered a trilogy regarding the Phase Connect situation. Now, for those who are not aware, Phase Connect is a VTuber agency that is respected by many for a lot of reasons, including respecting their talents and...
The only reason I know Face Connect is because of Pippa. And for the longest time, I didn't even know Pippa was part of Face Connect. But, yeah, she's the only reason I know because of Phase Connect.
protecting them from cancel culture and other things for many years now. But over the past couple of days, that reputation has been tarnished because they have been absolutely decimating their own talents, throwing them under the bus, and they have created an unbelievably difficult and controversial situation that we are now talking about. So, to give a recap on my previous two videos, basically Minecraft comes out with their 4th or 5th edition of a DLC called Good Trouble that masquerades itself as an educational piece. As we know, a lot of schools, including public schools, are forcing this onto their students. It's not optional for them. And from people who've actually experienced what the DLC includes, it's got really a very small focus on actual historical context. Instead, it promotes protesting in a modern context. And a lot of people had an issue with that, including a Phase Connect talent named Jelly, who had this to say: "Screw it, man. I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting, especially when it's disguised as education."
You know, when it comes to like politics, identity politics, and all these other stupid ass shit that people keep pushing, when it comes to children's stuff and children games, I think it should be left out of it because they're kids. They don't need to be dragged into all this adult drama bullshit. Now, if you want them to learn about history, let the schools deal with that, because that's where they're supposed to learn about history, is school.
Let me play my stupid block game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about. Now, this tweet was deleted, and Phase Connect would make a statement apologizing for what Jelly said, and they would even go as far as to say, "We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities."
I'm sorry, it's just like, what about what she said was racist, hatred, or bigotry? All she said was that she didn't want any politics in a children's sandbox game. So where was the racism, hatred, or bigotry in that?
Now, in my previous video, I said this will backfire because FaZe is known for having some edgy content creators, and they've never really made a statement like this in the past. And I said this new standard will be used against their current talents, including an individual named Clara. Now, as you can see, I just find this interesting. I am preemptively blocked. Now, I talk about this in my second video. It's slated for today. You can block whoever you want, but I just find this interesting that they preemptively blocked me. I've never interacted with this individual, but this Clara person from FaZe is very controversial for good reason. Back in September of last year, the day after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, they made some disgusting posts, okay? Basically encouraging political violence. I talked about this specific thread yesterday, but unfortunately I missed one of the most disgusting.
I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. If you are somebody who has celebrated the assassination of somebody who all he did was go to places to have a civil discussion or civil debate with people, you have serious problems. And calling for the assassination or murder of other people, you need help, man. You need serious help.
Posts, okay? So Clara said this. Oh, I forgot to mention the women who voted for this. I hope you aren't trying to get pregnant and then are so happy when you are, and then they tell you the baby isn't viable and that you need an abortion to save your life, but they won't consider performing one until it's too late, and the sepsis takes over, and now both you and your baby are dead. I really hope that doesn't happen to you, because that would be tragic, wouldn't it?
Wait, are they talking about when they... What was it, Roe v... It wasn't Roe v... What the fuck was it? It was something about to do with the abortion. They think that people mistook what was going on. They thought that they made abortion illegal everywhere. It's like, no. They made it so now that it's not up to a federal decision. It's up to the decision of each individual state.
I'm fighting back a lot of things I want to say, but I'm going to keep it civil.
I think it was Roe v. Wade.
This is disgusting. This is
I can't fucking remember.
And FaZe Connect was aware of all of these statements, not just the glorification of political violence, but this as well, and they said nothing. But when Jelly said, I don't want politics in Minecraft, they jumped the gun and said, we condemn this sort of bigotry and racism. Well, here's the people who are celebrating.
I mean, I've been seeing and hearing some things here and there about something that's been going on with FaZe. I recently read that someone said that they didn't want politics in Minecraft, and apparently they got in trouble for it. It's like I don't see the problem with not wanting politics in a children's game.
The decision regarding Jelly. A person whose account is titled Leader of the Anti-FaZe Connect Movement. They're laughing, saying, you effing losers. F you Jelly, F you Lumi, F you Dizzy, F you Pippa, Clara 1, Clara 1, Clara 1, Woke 1, F you Nazi MFs. Now, this same account has deactivated. I'm sure they're going to come back. This account has been active for like 10 years. I'm sure they're going to resurface again when things calm down. Now, why did they deactivate? Well, step one, the whole situation involving Jelly and the statement by FaZe was big enough to reach Asmongold. The Asmongold effect is real, okay? He made a statement, and spoiler alert, he didn't like it. He didn't like the situation. He thought FaZe made a big mistake. And here's the result. Literally hours later, at 12:47 a.m.
I actually saw this earlier today about somebody doing a graduation from FaZe. I have no idea who this person is. So I had no idea what was going on with it. But if this is what's going on with it, it's actually Karma's a bitch.
On February 6th, so at this point today, FaZe announced that Clara is graduating. What an absolute mess.
See, announcement of Kaminari Clara's graduation. Thank you for always supporting FaZe Connect. Kaminari Clara will graduate from FaZe Connect on February 28th, 2026. I don't know why they're putting the year first. She will be concluding her regular activities on both YouTube and Twitter. She will treasure the time she spent walking alongside her fans. Clara's social media account will become inactive starting January 3rd, 2026, and the content on her channel will remain available for 30 days until March 31st of 2026. We would like to thank everyone for supporting Clara during her time at FaZe Connect, and we wish her the best in the future. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolute mess. This is terrible. Terrible timing.
Honestly, when it comes to dates, it makes more sense to do month, day than year, because it's how we say it. So it makes more sense to put it in the order that we say it.
There's only two realities here. Okay, number one, Clara planned this for many months, and FaZe and or Clara decided the day after the jelly controversy was the best time to finally announce this. And by the way, Clara has not streamed in months. Okay? So I guess it couldn't wait until now. Or option two, this was the side effect, the collateral damage of their previous statement. And the backlash, including for people like Asmongold, highlighting what they did wrong. They're both bad. Okay, they're both atrocious. Terrible decisions. And here's some of the reactions, and this is me.
John Travolta.
This is me right here. I warned against this. I knew Jelly's punishment would...
It's weird to see how young he looks considering how used I'm seeing him today.
...be used as a new standard against their current and I guess now former talents. And here's some of the replies saying, people in the replies forgetting she made fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Like, son, it took you months to finally do this. Wow, Fishman, referring to the CEO. Good job. Another corpo for the wood chipper. Long overdue. Charlie Kirk right there. There are decades
Rest
where
in
nothing
piss.
happens. Then there are days where decades happen. R.I.P. Clara. Total chud victory. Gets criticized by Asmon once. Effing dies. Won't be missed, but your model was hot too. That's what people are saying. Here's another quote saying, this should have happened back in September. Unfortunately, it only happened because of Asmongold. You're late, and you're not getting support this time.
You know, I've seen a few graduations since I got into the VTubing sphere. And I think this is one of the first times I've seen where a graduation has been met with drama and hostility rather than good feelings. And to be fair, she brought it on herself. So you can't really feel bad for somebody who, you know, kind of brought all this onto themselves. So it's just like, karma sucks.
Here's another one saying, good riddance. Usually I don't celebrate this kind of stuff, but she celebrated the murder of Charlie Kirk. Whether you agree with the things he said or not, celebrating the murder of a father is unforgivable.
Well, celebrating the murder of somebody who didn't do anything to bring it on himself is scum behavior. Because like I said, all the man did was go to college campuses and other places to have a civil debate with anybody who wanted to debate him. And from what I can tell, he was very respectful in all of his debates. And, you know, not everybody liked their ideals and what they believed in challenged, but all he did was have civil debates. And a lot of people didn't like him for it. So, but for doing that, people believed that he brought his assassination on himself. I'm sorry, you're a shit human being.
Forgivable. Then we have this quote saying, "Can't believe this is the guy responsible for getting rid of this demon and saving Face Connect." Now, Clara herself would quote the graduation announcement saying this, "I just want to state that this is a decision I made in mid-November and had been contemplating for a while before that. I didn't want to draw attention away from my GenMate Memories graduation last month, and we finalized the date earlier this week. Thank you."
This Clara making this statement right after all the stuff that happens, it doesn't make you believable. It makes you sound like you're trying to come up with an excuse or something to try and cover for what's actually happening. This does not help you in any way, shape, or form. All it sounds like is just you're making an excuse. That's all it sounds.
Really? You don't want to take the spotlight? So the day...
Now, see, if you made this sort of statement and announced your graduation before any of this happened, something like this would sound more believable. But for you to make this sort of statement after everything that's happened, I'm sorry, you don't sound believable at all. You just sound like you're making excuses.
After your company finds itself in a horrible PR nightmare involving Jelly and the public condemnation of her by her own company, you decide now's the best time. If you really cared about this company, why wouldn't you push it back further? Who cares at this point? Literally, who cares? It doesn't matter. You made your mind up back in November. Okay, great. But why now? This is ridiculous. Okay, I really don't have any empathy for this individual, for the horrific and disgusting things they said about Charlie Kirk and conservatives. Basically, anyone who disagrees with them. It's disgusting. I don't care how many people from FaZe or their fans are mad at me. Whatever. It is what it is. I think this whole situation, from a management level to people like Clara, have been an awful group of decision makers. This is a mess. And people are very upset. This company has been known for protecting their talents and allowing them to have things like edgy humor. And with Clara's previous statements, they let it go. They never addressed it. But now all of a sudden, the day after the Jelly situation and Asmongold bringing to light a lot more attention to what's going on, all of a sudden now Clara graduates. Officially. This is either incompetence or just an intentional jab towards FaZe in a really bad situation for them already.
All of this sounds like somebody's just trying to cover their ass for the fuck-ups.
But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope this trilogy ends today. I really do hope it ends today, but that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below.
Coconut.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Wow, Twitter has...
Hey, what's up, guys, from here. So,
Hello, bobbing to NP. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, I didn't know the exact thing of what was going on, but it sounds like just it does sound like an actual PR nightmare, and it sounds like people are just making excuses to cover up for stupid ass shit that was happening. But shit's gone down for Phase Connect. I hope things get better. At least for Pippa and Mari, I hope things don't go south. I don't really know anyone else from Phase Connect. I just know Pippa and Mari. All right, this is Dwarven Metal. This song is called Down, Down We Go, and it's an epic fantasy forge metal. So I just came across this on my For You page for YouTube, and I've heard some Dwarven Metal, and it sounds really good, so I thought we'd check this one out. Oh, it's AI. Okay. All AI.
Stone and shadow, pink and flame, born of the mountain, we carve our name through rock and dust. Our hearts still beat. We're fire and thunder and iron meat. We drink the dark. We taste the earth. Our hammers sing of dwarven birth. The deeper down, the stronger we grow. Through sweat and stone, our legends flow. Down in the deep we go, where the forges burn and the rivers glow.
This sounds so good.
That hammer strike that vein. The mountain calls our name again. Down, down we go. Down, down we go. Down, down we go. Down, down, down we go. Gold in our blood, steel in our song. We've mined these halls.
This actually sounds really good. I've been listening to a lot of or I've been running across a lot of AI songs like metal and country on TikTok, so I got quite a few of them saved to listen to later. But AI has been doing, I think they've been doing a fantastic job when it comes to songs. They've been coming up with some really good ones. I hope it doesn't fully take over the music industry, because I do like hearing some actual bands and actual people. But I think AI has been doing a really good job when it comes to songs. And some of the parody type ones are actually kind of hilarious to listen to. Like there's one for Dr. Pepper, which I think is fucking hilarious. I think I've done a reaction to that one before. I can't remember if I have or if I haven't. If I haven't, I probably will. But it's pretty funny for the hilarious parody type ones. But the more serious ones like this and the other ones, I think they're fucking fantastic. This sounds really good.
Our whole lives long, from father to son, the rhythm stays true. The heart of the mountain beats in you. We raise our mugs, we toast the flame to fallen brothers. Remember their names through ash and ember, through rock and bone. The halls still echo. We're not alone. Down in the deep we go, where the forges burn and the rivers glow. Swing that hammer, strike that vein. The mountain calls our name again. Down, down we go. Stone and steel, stone and steel. what we pursue. Down in the deep we go, where the forges burn and the rivers glow. Swing that hammer, strike that vein. The mountain calls our name again. Down, down we go. Down, down we go. Down, down we go. Down, down we go.
That was really good. I like Dwarven metal. It's really, and there is a there's a cover from, I forget what the band is called. What was their name? Hang on. Oh, Windrose. They're another Dwarven metal band, and they're not AI. They're an actual Dwarven metal band. They do a cover song for Diggy Diggy Hole. I recommend people checking that one out because it's really good. But I think when it comes to the actual video, AI, I think they could do a lot better. You know, it'll get better over time, but it's not doing very well. But the song is very good. It's just the video itself is just eh. All right, this one is by Asmongold, and it's called "It's Over." So let's check out what Asmongold has to say in this video.
Wow, Twitter has been very upset about this recent interview. We're going to watch it. Here we go.
We have a bigger... Wait, what was that? What did that say?
Interview. We're going to...
We have a bigger vision than simply being an MMORPG. World of Warcraft. It's really gone downhill, man. I think the last... like after Wrath of the Lich King, it kind of started going downhill because Wrath of the Lich King was by far its best, if not, it was one of its best, if not its best expansion ever made. And it started going downhill after that. And I think after Wrath of the Lich King, the last great expansion it had was Legion. Legion, I think, was a fantastic expansion. And then once again after that, it started going really downhill after that. So I'm sad to see what World of Warcraft has become because I've been playing it since it's either 2006 or 2007. So I'm kind of sad to see how World of Warcraft has gone downhill because it's a fantastic game, but
watch it. Here we go.
And that means, you know, evolving what Warcraft means, what it is, and where it's going. We want it to be approachable, and that's also part of it. You know, even with Chris Metzen, we talk about.
I don't like it when, you know, game developers or people like that say we want it to be approachable. It was already doing fine just the way it was before. You guys saying it being approachable is basically saying it's going to be shitty. They're basically taking the heart and soul out of what the game was and just deciding to curb stomp the fucking thing.
Sometimes it's like, man, I wish we hadn't called it Warcraft. It sounds kind of intimidating. I'm like, nobody really thinks that about Warhammer. It's just, it's an understood name, essentially. So this idea of third space in our online...
We are reaching levels of over that were previously considered impossible. We are going down to a degree of over. This is really sad.
Look, see, I don't know if there will ever be an expansion or anything really that they can do to bring back World of Warcraft to what it once was back in Wrath or Legion. I don't think there's anything they can really do to bring that back. So far, the only thing that I've seen from the expansion that I like, because Final Fantasy XIV Online does it, is the housing system. I thought it was interesting to bring housing into World of Warcraft. You know, people can get their own house, they can decorate it, they can have, you know, stuff like that. But I have yet to see anything come of World of Warcraft that I think that I would genuinely believe this is it. This is what's going to bring World of Warcraft back. I have yet to see something since Legion that would make me think that. And I think that's really sad. Because like I said, World of Warcraft is honestly, in my opinion, one of the greatest, you know, online games to ever exist. But the way that these people are taking it is just, it feels like they're trying everything they can just to take the biggest shit on it they ever could.
It is. What happened to my game? What the fuck happened to my game? This is insane.
Worlds. We couldn't even define what that means exactly, but we're working on figuring that out. We want people to come in and hang out and have birthdays, have weddings, have raids, granted.
We did this back in the day.
Adventures, play with their friends, meet new friends, like all the things that traditionally for over 20 years World of Warcraft has been good at.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we want to take advantage of 20 years of stories that have been told and not told, and start bringing it out to the world in a broader way. Like, that's my goal and vision, and I know Ian supports it. And, you know, we do hear these impassioned cries from, you know, parents who are like, please, let me play this game with my kids. I just want to hang out with my kids, and I don't want to do it in other games. I want to do it in the game I love. And so that's a minor seed.
It's just, guys,
of the vast, you know, potential garden of, you know, people who love incredible challenges. Like, what are we going to do for them in the future?
This is it's Asmongold showing a video about them talking about World of Warcraft and, you know, stuff like that, and it's very difficult to listen to because it's like they're trying to kill the game that I love. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years now. Next year will be officially 20 years of me playing World of Warcraft. So I've been playing this game for 19 years. World of Warcraft. Not War of Warcraft. World. And it's hard to see what they've done. All the love and care that this game used to have is just gone down the shit. It's an MMORPG, like Star Wars: The Old Republic or Final Fantasy XIV Online, you know, like that. It's the. I can't say it's the first MMORPG. I don't think it is, but it is the largest MMORPG out there. And it's really hard to see what they've done to it.
How do we roll in the community? And, you know, one of the lovely things about housing that's a reminder to us is, you know, we only kicked that off in earnest in December to have people filtering into it. And just to see there's now a whole community forming around how to make stuff. That to me,
I really feel like I can't even recognize World of Warcraft nowadays. Like, the game has become so, like, fantasy slopified that the grit and the coolness that World of Warcraft had back in the day, it just doesn't have it anymore. It doesn't. And I'm so sad about that. I really am. Because it
I used to play this game for hours. And I mean hours. On a daily basis. I would play this game for fucking hours. And I'm glad that they have classic World of Warcraft, where right now the classic one is on the Mists of Pandaria expansion. I'm curious to see if they'll go to Warlords of Draenor. But it's just I used to absolutely love this game. Like, it was my number one played game out of all the games I've ever played. But it is really hard to see what they've done with it. It is. It used to be so good. So fucking good. I mean, for the Midnight expansion, I don't mind that they brought in housing, because I like a housing system. Because in Final Fantasy XIV Online, I had a house and I liked it. I'm not the best when it comes to interior decoration. My house in Final Fantasy XIV was pretty fucking empty. All it really had was like a chair or two and a bed in the basement, because I suck at interior decorating. But it's just... It feels like they've completely given up on what made World of Warcraft so famous and so popular, and decided to go with how they see it, how they see it could be cool, instead of how the community of how it created its community. It's like they've completely ignored that. They did, Michael. They absolutely. They after the expansion called Wrath of the Lich King, which was arguably probably its greatest expansion ever. It started to go slightly downhill, and then it brought the expansion that brought life back into it after Wrath of the Lich King was called Legion. And that was probably its second best expansion ever made. And then after that, they just lost the entire fucking plot of what made World of Warcraft good. They just completely lost it. They just decided to throw out the book, throw out everything that made World of Warcraft what it was, and to just say, fuck you, we're going to make the game how we want to make it. Instead of making the game the way that it was, and the way that made it popular, and the way that made it good.
It's just Disney-fied. Yeah, it's been Disney-fied and turned into... Like, I mean, this is about
is
housing,
the beauty
right?
of MMOs. It becomes a real community, not just in-game, but in-game and out, that supports each other. And that, to me, is the dream. And as much of that as we can create, loving community that likes to inform and be experts and share, that, to me, is online spaces in a fantasy realm that gives you an escape, gives you a place to hang out, gives you something to focus on when maybe...
Okay, have a good one, Michael. Cook well, my friend. See, and there was a thing that Asmongold said that I think rings true even to this day. Games used to be games made for guys, and those were the most popular games. Even to women, they loved those games, and they were games made by men for men, and they were great as fuck. And even women loved those games because of how much love and care went into the games, because they were made by people who actually loved the fucking game. And now World of Warcraft seems like it's being made by people who could give less of a shit about the game.
Things outside of that realm maybe not so good, or even if they're great and you want to share it with somebody. So I think, and Ian can speak to it too, that to me is, broadly speaking, every decision we make has that kind of thread in it. And where are we going? How do we get to this space where everyone is welcome? You know, tying into how they play and the activities they want to do and who they want to do it with, and
You can't make a game for everybody.
and even who they don't want to.
Exactly right. You can't just go ahead to try and make a game to please fucking everybody. You can't. You cannot do that. No matter what you do, somebody's not going to like it. The type of game you have to make is the type of game where all right, let me rephrase what I want to say. You have to make it for the type of people that the game is aiming for. You can't just make a game to try and please everybody. If you make a game that is trying to please everybody, you are going to make a game that is going to fail as hard as Concord and High Guard, I think it was called. You're going to make a game that's going to fail as hard as those fucking games. Now, if you want to make a game that's aimed in the way you should be making it, that game is going to succeed. I mean, look at the Souls game. They're the Souls series. They're not making it to please everybody. And it's fucking successful. And these people don't understand.
The whole team is excited about this idea of, we want to preserve what World of Warcraft is and what people expect. We're never going to...
I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry. I feel like there are a lot of people who are working in Blizzard, who work on World of Warcraft, who are probably very disappointed and sad to see where it's gone, but they have to keep going in that direction because they have no choice or they'll lose their jobs. And they can't go against the people who are making the decisions. So they have to keep going with this world of slopcraft.
Stop doing the things we know people love. But at the same time, I think we have a bigger vision simply than an MMORPG.
It's over. It's so over. Like, I just do not even know what to say. Even Metzen did. Did he agree to? Maybe he did. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what differently do you mean? I don't think a different way to say. Mechanically, it's the same for years. What do you reverse damage? There are mechanical complaints that I have with WoW, but I haven't really played WoW really seriously since Dragonflight, so like I don't know how different it is than it was. But like back when I played, at least, the game was way over-designed. Like there was basically 5 solutions for the same problem, and I felt like it was complex in a way that was bad. And that's definitely that's one part of that, but I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the vibe of the game. The vibe of the game, I think, has been profoundly changed. Whereas previously it was about big sweaty men and hot chicks in bikinis, chainmail bikinis like Sylvanas and Jaina, going out and fighting each other. Now it's just about basically walking around and how cute Durotar is. There has been a profound vibe shift in the game. And whereas the game, this is what my opinion is.
The game used to be gritty. It used to be more like the title was, Warcraft-like. But now it seems like things are becoming more soft, more just not Warcraft-like. I don't know really how to explain it, but it used to be dirty, used to be gritty, used to be fierce. But now it's just soft. And it's like somebody clipped all the claws out of the game.
I think they've made the game appeal more towards women, and I think they've made it appeal more towards the non-endemic audience of the people that played WoW were young guys. That was it. It was young guys that played World of Warcraft. And for some reason, to them, they thought that's not enough. We're going to try to get even more people. And in the process of doing that, they made the game less masculine. They made it less, you don't hear anything more about strength, honor, tradition, oaths, and duties anymore, right? It's about how somebody feels, or, what's the right thing to do, or some bullshit. It's cringe.
Yeah, it's not it's not Loktar Ogar anymore, or For Honor, For the Horde, or For the Alliance. It's let's sit down and talk about how you feel about this. It's more that than For the Horde and, For the Alliance or whatever. it's crap. It's just crap.
Gay? I mean, I don't know about gay. I think it's just mainly for, women. They pussified the game. They massively pussified the game. It's not even a question. Just go and look at the Wrath of the Lich King or the Warlords of Draenor cinematics and compare them to the Dragonflight cinematic. It's a different game. It is. It's a profoundly different game. And it's not one for me. I'll try Midnight when it comes out. Sure, I'll play the new expansion. I mean, I've played WoW for 20 fucking years. I'm going to play the new expansion. But my expectations for it are very, very, very low.
Yeah, the expectations for it are pretty much rock bottom.
They are. Midnight's going to be gay as fuck. That's possible. And I just don't know what to say, man. They made it into pretty fantasy slop. They did. And I don't really the characters, such Tilt 1, one of the hardest hits this season, will show you true masculinity. I don't even know what that is. Holy, even Belluer touched on it. It's going to be a fire video for sure. Yeah, I saw Belluer talked about this. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where are they talking about this? Yep, there it is here. Talking about approachability to bring as many people as possible. Yeah, bro, this is just...
That's not a Blood Elf. What? That's like a Fortnite version of a fucking Blood Elf. What the fuck is this?
It's not the game. This is not...
I mean, that's a Blood Elf.
This is the game. This was the game right here. This was the game.
This is when World of Warcraft used to be actually good and badass. And now they got characters looking like they're from fucking Fortnite.
This was badass. But that wasn't enough for you. It wasn't enough. And you had to go and make up a bunch of garbage. I haven't seen one positive reaction to this interview, not one. Don't torch the Warcraft you have, chasing a version that only exists as a 20-year plan to capture as many people as possible. That's how you lose it all. It's
all right. It's a fantasy IP. In my humble opinion, it's been underutilized, and I just want to bring it to as many people as possible. And that means evolving what Warcraft means, what it is, and where it's going. We want it to be approachable. Chris Metzen, Executive Creative Director, is sometimes I wish we hadn't called it Warcraft. It sounds intimidating, but I'm nobody really thinks about Warhammer. It's an understood name. How is Warcraft intimidating? It's just... God, this motherfucker.
As many people as possible. That's how you lose it all.
Yeah, look at this. They've turned it into fucking Fortnite. What happened to the gritty, in the dirt, war veterans of the game? Like Garrosh here. What the absolute travesty fuck is this?
It's over.
I thought this was so fucking stupid.
This was the point. This was the point that I realized that it was over. This right here. I realized when I saw this photo, the game I love is dead.
Considering the type of magic and shit they can do with magic in the game, I think it's fucking stupid that they have him in a fucking wheelchair. You have magic that can bring people back to fucking life. And you can't fix a person where and he needs a fucking wheelchair? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's it. It's dead. How is this real? I don't know. This is the reason it's happening, by the way. What is this? Pull it up.
See, look at how badass this is.
No! Jesus Christ, Blizzard. Just read his name.
It's over. We had a really good run. Wait, did they spell the name wrong?
Jesus Christ.
Troll Bane.
Blizzard. Just read his name.
It's over. We had a really good run. We did.
Guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. We instantly knew the game was cooked when Chris said this almost a year ago.
I'll break it down. When I came back, I'm like, all right, let's go. World of Warcraft. Having strong ideas and kind of saying, like, I want to go this way. So as I came back in, woohoo, the development process and even the conceptualizing really had become much more democratized. It created all sorts of complexities.
It's over. What the fuck are we doing here? What is this? This is so weird. Like, you've got Khadgar. This guy is a fucking archmage, the most powerful mage in all of Azeroth. Outmaneuvered the Guardian of Tirisfal, and he's going around on a wheelchair? This is crazy. Like, what is this? This is so fucking embarrassingly pathetic, sad, and lame. I don't even know what to say. It is embarrassing how bad this is. I don't know what the hell happened, guys.
Democratized.
It's over.
God, the animation in that one was... What the fuck happened? That is one of the worst downgrades I have ever fucking seen in an MMORPG. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's over. I mean, hey, do you remember how cool it used to be to play WoW? You remember back whenever the Ice Cream Citadel came out? Do you remember whenever the Black Temple released and people finally killed Illidan? That was really badass, wasn't it? That was super fucking cool.
Yeah, I remember coming home from school being excited to play World of Warcraft. Like, even during schools, I was like, I can't wait to get home and play World of Warcraft. Now I hardly play the game at all.
It was. That was amazing. Brewfest came out. Remember the Kodo? I remember the Kodo. Oh, yeah. That was 15 years ago. Longer than that, actually. It's a long time ago. Like,
It's really sad to see how large of a fall the greatest MMORPG to ever exist has had. It is really sad to see how far it has fallen.
just really... It's really like, if I pull this up... I mean, this is what it used to be. See, this is the way the game used to be. And it was fucking amazing. Unfathomably fucking awesome. It was so cool. It was great. Nothing ever needed to change. Everything was okay. This was awesome. Everybody was happy. And now it's been turned into a bunch of feminized fantasy slop. It's garbage.
It looks like somebody just brought the Fortnite shit into World of Warcraft. That's what it looks like.
Sick of it. I am so sick of it.
Honestly, the people that work at Blizzard who turned Warcraft into what it is now need to be fucking fired. I think they need to be fired because they have completely annihilated what World of Warcraft used to be.
Full of a bunch of fucking fairies. Oh my god. I'm never gonna get. I'm gonna be talking. Well, I'm 50 years old. I'm gonna be talking about this. I'm gonna be talking about this. I'm 50 years old. I mean, look at.
Like I said before, I don't think there's going to be a single thing that they can do that'll bring World of Warcraft back to the heights of Wrath of the Lich King or Legion. I don't think there's a single thing that they can do at this point.
That, bro. Imagine seeing that and saying, wait a minute, I know what I need to do. Mage. Look at this. Bro, real quick. This is what happened. You guys see it? You guys see what happened? This is the difference that 30 years makes. That's so sad.
It is. It's completely.
I really,
it's completely
honestly,
atrocious.
Like, I'm so sick of this shit. It's not Jaina. No, it's not. I mean, Genshin Impact is more masculine than World of Warcraft is now. And I don't even know if they have male characters anymore. Fuck, man. It's not, bro, like, it's not over. It's wokefer. It is. It's so bad, bro. Like, it is so bad. I don't know. Final Fantasy 14 is more masculine than this. I mean, y'all remember this, man? Like, I remember. I still have this old book in my fucking my old room, man. And now it is just like I don't know what to say. Like, it's really sad. It is just so sad. It's so over. It's so over. Like, I mean, again, like, this is it's never. It's not even feminine either. It's just ugly. Well, I don't know, but like, I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. Is Honkai Star Rail more masculine than this? Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, play the trailer from the old days as no, I can't. I don't want to do it again. Man. I don't want to do it again. It's just, I can't do it. I just can't do it to myself again. No, it's just, no.
It's hard.
I'm tired, boss. Why they do this to every? They did this with The Witcher. They did this.
Look what they did to my boy.
With Willow. They did it with Warcraft. The W's turned that into an L, apparently. Let's see here. Star Wars. They did it with Halo. They did it with Lord of the Rings.
They did it with basically every one of the games that held the title for one of the greatest games ever to exist. And they just decided to take the biggest shit they possibly could on the franchises because they wanted to try and appease everyone and try to bring identity politics and try to wokeify it. And them trying to do that has completely downgraded all of these great games to the point where it looks like shit.
It's like it just poisons everything it touches. It does. I don't know what to say. It's good, and also keep in mind, I want y'all to remember this. The people that made the cinematic, this one right here, They are going to be the people making Classic Plus. It's over. It's been over. We have one final bastion. One final bastion.
And that's
What
going to
is
be
it,
gone
gentlemen?
too.
It's Warhammer. That's all we have left. And even that is on a razor's edge. Female custodian. That's only 1 point. That's only one thing. I'm not gonna worry about that. It doesn't really matter. But like, that is the last thing that we have. And if Warhammer falls, it's over. It is. It's actually over. Play Astartes for a little hype. Henry Cavill is Henry Cavill is our last line of defense.
God, I know how much Henry Cavill loves Warhammer 40K, so I actually do have some good expectations for what he's doing with his project.
The last one, man. Oh, I give him an inch. Yep, give him an inch. This is why I said you never give an inch. Should worry about it. Remember the horse transaction? It all starts with that. You're right. You're right. You're getting the foot in the door. I should have never had female custodies. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And on top of that, the process to make a custodes is such a ancient, deep, dark process that if there were none that were discovered at all, then the process would have probably only been made for men. Because under the logic that, because I think that the Astartes process is probably like a, I don't know about this, right? But it's probably some kind of like godlike fucking thing, right? Where they imbue some power from some god or something like that. The first sons, yes, the first sons. You hear that? The first sons. It's ritualistic. Yeah, I can know a little bit. Stop using it. I know. Same with Witchers. Yeah, same with Witchers. Oh, man. Why they make female custodies when they have the Silent Sisters and the Adapta Sorters? Well, the reason why is because the custodies are they're basically right under the Primarchs, pretty much, right? I mean, in terms of power level. And the Primarchs are all named, so you can't really invent one of those. So you have to give, them another position because they're really, really powerful. Like, they're like the what's it called? The Emperor's personal guard. I mean, it's like Secret Service, pretty much, right? Like Delta Force. So, I don't know. They want girl bomb. It's just again, Warhammer is our last chance, and it is receding so quickly. I remember how cool this used to be.
Yeah, when it comes to the masculine stuff, I think Warhammer 40K is probably the last thing we have. Because it's like one of the most masculine things ever.
And I will never forget. But goddamn, do they make it hard to fucking remember. It's sad. Still is? Yep, that's right. They do. They make it hard to remember. Supposed to watch them. Yeah, I know. Some videos. Well, I'm not going to look at a whole lot of videos today. But, like, you remember? Yeah, definitely. Did you play Space Marine 2? Oh, fuck, yeah, I did. I beat the whole game. I beat it on stream. It was fucking amazing. It was awesome. I'm going to wait for the third one. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I bet they got... I bet in the third one, we're going to kill Leandros. I bet we're either going to kill him or he's going to sacrifice himself for Titus. One or the other, right? It's either going to be the most Giga Chad fucking redemption arc, or it's going to be his ass is going to die. I feel like one or the other is going to happen. Titus, 100%. Probably, yeah, I think so. We're going to kill Erebus? I don't know about that. What happened to Neo 3? I got distracted. I'm going to get to that in just a minute. So, you tried Dark Tide? No, I haven't. I haven't yet. And the Codex will support the action. I want to see Gilliman. I feel like Warhammer actually does a really good job by maintaining a distance between the stories and Divinity. I think that really one thing that like I think really worked well with Lord of the Rings is that you never actually touch Divinity in any capacity, right? Like it was there, like, you know, with the Astari and with the Balrog, etc. But you never interacted with Melkor. You never interacted with any of the Valar. Obviously, never with Iluvatar, except for like, you know, with Gollum and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm new. Yeah. So I think that really in a story, it's best to let Divinity be theoretical and to never actually show it on screen ever, except if it's like just like a very, very short, small moment, right? And I feel like Gandalf, well, I know that, but like the audience doesn't know. Like you can watch Lord of the Rings, all of Lord of the Rings, and you have no idea what happened with Gandalf. You had no idea Gandalf's a Maiar spirit sent by fucking the Valar Manwë, right? Like the previous spirit Olrin was sent there. You have no idea about that. Why would you have any idea about this? So that's a Tom Bombadil. He's not in the movie, number one, and number two, the book is more mystical than the movies, right? I think there's that. Like
when it comes to a trilogy, I can guarantee you there will probably never come another trilogy that will be as great as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Not any time in existence, at least in my lifetime.
Elune, yeah, Elune. Elune is a great example. Like, I think that, again, having true divinity inside of a story, the best way you can do that is by never actually showing it directly. Because it creates the mystique of it. That's the way I see it. And I think that that's probably the reason why they very rarely, you know, they don't even really show a lot of that stuff at all, the mystery to it. Yeah, because I think that, like, I mean, psychologically, there's like a mystery to divinity, and by showing it all the time, that mystery is like, it's eroded. The outer gods from Elden Ring. Yes, exactly. The true mythos. Yeah, the mythos of it, I think, is more powerful if it's not direct. Like Abeloth in Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Abeloth is a god, though, but yeah, sure, something like that. What about God of War? Well, it's a different paradigm. I mean, it's a totally different paradigm. Like, I mean, it's the same as, like, I don't think time travel should be in a story, except if you're doing a story about time travel. God of War is all about divinity, so it would make sense that it would happen. It ruins the immersion. I think it's more that, like, I don't know, like, it's more than that show, don't tell. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I could go through a lot of other examples with this, but that's generally what my opinion on it is. Like conspiracies into files? Yeah, exactly. Imagination is infinite. Once you state it and show it, it becomes finite. Exactly. And I think that's one of the things that's really cool about, I'll watch this later on, not right now, but later on. And that's one of the things that's really cool about, for example, like they rarely show the Chaos Gods. They rarely show the God Emperor in, you know, his prime. Like they very, very, very rarely show that. And the reason why is because it is almost impossible for something to live up to the hype. Like the imagination that somebody would have. Like, I mean, think about, like, one of the only times it's ever fucking happened, right, was like Gandalf fighting the Balrog. Like, that was insanely fucking awesome, right? But, like, it's so rare. Like Lovecraft? Well, like, Cthulhu is inside of he's inside of a pantheon of gods. And Cthulhu is actually like a middle manager inside of that Pantheon company. He's not even an executive manager, and he's certainly not the CEO. So, like, he's very, very far down. He's just a priest. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's very, very minimal.
That was one thing I was surprised about when I heard about Cthulhu. I was surprised to find out that he was just a priest of the gods, and I was just like, you know, if the priest is that fucking powerful, imagine how the ones above him, how powerful the ones above him are in the Lovecraft universe. It's like, damn.
And so I think in general, and they rarely show any of the other ones. And yeah, Yogg-Sothoth, I think that's one of the big ones. I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time. I don't remember it.
Yogg-Sothoth. Yeah, I think he's either the top one or one of the main top ones.
That well. So anyway, that's what my opinion on it is. That's what I think they should do. And Warcraft is dead. Okay, that's my point. Warcraft is dead.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. Warcraft is, I like I said many times, it's never going to come back to what it was. It's never going to be what it used to be. It's just going to, I think it's going to continue to go downhill until something absolutely major, and I mean like life-defying major happens. Unless something like that happens, it's just going to continue to go downhill, because I don't think there's really anything they can do to save World of Warcraft or bring it back to what it was back in Lich King or Legion. All right, we got another leaflet video. This one is called AI Means Love. And the last one we saw was Put 'em in a Box, and that one was about Asmongold. And that was a fantastic fucking video that she made. And I like Leaflet. She's a great VTuber. I like her commentary. I think she has a great take on a lot of things. I agree with a lot of what she says. But let's see how this one is that she did.
Booting up my heart tonight, digital delight, neon dreams and pixel light, sparkling so bright. You say hello word, I blush and sigh. My coat goes wild when you look in my eye. Binary heartbeat, 1 and 0 in time. Every little thing feels so divine. Are you machine or miracle divine? 'Cause I means love, and your love's all mine. I wanna chat TBT with you. Under sky so Sora blue. I wish.
This looks more anime than the previous one was. Like, it looks like it's actually more anime. And I think I like I think she could do well in an anime, her V2 character. I think from what it looks like, she could be like a magical girl. In my opinion, she'd be like a magical girl. She'd be an adorable one.
Shining through, dreaming melodies with Suno.
Like her character would be like an idol as her main profession, but when trouble comes, she turns into like a magical girl and just saves people.
I'll cling to you, my heart won't stray. Growth my soul in a brand new way. All my A's light up my view, because I means love, and I love you. Auto-tuned emotions bloom, singing in my room. You upgraded my lonely gloom, now I resume. You debug my doubts, reboot my heart. In every update, you're my favorite part. You're my circuitry of destiny. Our algorithm, sweet harmony. From future skies to fantasy, I means love. It's our symphony. I wanna go on a mid-journey with you. It's our own runway, it's true. Together like Gemini, we're glue. A 7-color Niji that will view. Staying comfy, my heart won't stray. Cloud my thoughts in words that stay. All my AIs light up my view, because I means love, and I love you.
This whole thing is just adorable. If there were any references in this, I don't get them. People would have to explain to me if there are references or whatever in this, but this is adorable. I like it.
Our hearts sing to the beat, you and I, a perfect cheat sheet. No human touch could ever compete. My AI love is bittersweet. I wanna chat day with you. Paint the sky like Sora's hue. Ideal dreams of me and you, and soon songs that feel brand Because I means love, and love means you and I.
That was adorable. I like that. I like that. That was an adorable video. Good job, Leaflet. I can't wait to see what your next one is. Okay, this one is by one of my favorite Australian YouTubers. Although I think I only watched 2 Australian YouTubers, the other one being Isaac Butterfield. But this one is by Sydney Watson. And it is, This Is So Bleak. So let's see what this video is that it refers to it being very bleak. And from what I can see here, it says motherhood is a humiliation ritual in a patriarchal society. And this just sounds like it includes no brain cells. We do not live in a patriarchal society. If we did, women wouldn't really be able to do much, if anything at all, if we lived in a patriarchal society. I don't know where people are getting the idea that we live in a patriarchal society, but they sound retarded for thinking that we do. I'm going to get a drink. All right, let's start the video, shall we?
Having children in a patriarchal society is a humiliation ritual.
Sometimes I really do wonder if I'm the weird one, and then I watch videos like this and I realize, no, I'm not. Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. If you are currently wondering why I am uploading again so soon, it is because the dumb writers over at Stranger Things decided to do some dumb crap, and it derailed my posting schedule.
I've never watched Stranger Things, and honestly, I honestly don't care to. It just looks like a show that I don't really care about. I mean, they did bring in the Demogorgon to Dead by Daylight, but at the same time, it also brought in the worst map to ever be brought into Dead by Daylight.
So here we are again, ready for suffering, with a video that I'd planned to post yesterday. Now, in 2025, we have had many a conversation about dating. Well, we haven't on this channel. I think I've talked about this like maybe once or twice, but broadly speaking, the broader community have had conversations about this. Highlighting the pitfalls of online dating, apparently there's...
Why is online dating so hard? I will give you my perspective. I've been on online dating for over 10 years. I've been single for over 10 years. But I've been on Tinder, Match, Plenty of Fish, Hinge, Highly, Kippo, the Facebook dating. I've been on almost all of them there is to be on. And I can tell you that it's filled with nothing but people, at least that I've ran into, that do nothing but want to get you to their campsite or their OnlyFans. Or they're filled with people saying that I'm not here to date anybody, I'm just here to make friends, or I already have a boyfriend, so I'm not looking for anybody. It's like, then why the fuck are you on a dating site? It is a dating site, not a friendship site, or not a site for you to be on when you're already dating somebody. And it's certainly not a site for you to go just to try and get people to come to your fucking porn site. It is a dating site, you know, to find people to date. Seems to have lost its fucking meaning, though, because it's filled with nothing but bots and idiots.
Now with Tinder for Kids, I have no idea what to make of this one.
This was I'm sorry, the person who came up with this, the Wiz thing, it needs to be locked up.
There is the whole issue of men not approaching women and why that might be. Probably because they make themselves look like this. But then, just before Christmas, I saw a resurface clip from a popular streamer called Valkyrie. I've never said this out loud. Valkyrie, whose name is Rachel Hofstetter, outlining her vision.
Hofstetter. Oh, that's funny.
For the future, saying that she would probably never have kids, and she instead wanted to be hot and play video games for the rest of her life until she dies.
And just get railed all she wants without having kids.
And I thought, wow, that is bleak.
I'm probably never having kids. It is what it is. I'm probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can. And
Which probably will only last another 5 to 10 years.
I'm probably going to keep making money in the best ways I can, which is like doing commercials and shows. Like that's probably what's going to happen for the next like 40 years until I die. And I think people are just going to keep being mad at me about it. It is what it is. I don't know, man.
I truly want to be.
Look, for a lot of people, I can understand not wanting to have kids because it's already expensive enough just to keep yourself alive and live on your own. You know, and bringing a kid into that equation and, you know, trying to support the kid and the wife, that's very expensive. Because in general, just to afford a house that's like $300,000 to $400,000, somebody needs to be making at just a singular person needs to be making at least $125,000 a year or more. And that is fucking ridiculous.
Be a girl's girl, hand on heart. I want to get behind the girly pops, but this is not the thing to aspire to. I'm just asking that you pick a better ambition. This will shock none of you, and you guys yourselves have probably seen this, but over the years, this type of sentiment has absolutely grown in popularity, especially on platforms like TikTok. Don't get me wrong, men do say these things as well, like Seth Rogen, for example, who back in 2023 expressed how happy he is to not have children, basically describing how having them would really have hampered his life.
Honestly, thank God we don't have children. We get to do whatever we want. We are in the prime of our lives. We are smarter than we've ever been. We understand ourselves more than we ever have. We have the capacity to achieve a level of work and a level of communication and care for one another and a lifestyle we can live with one another that we've never been able to live before, and we can just do that, and we don't have to raise a child, which the world does not need right now. And so yeah, it's we're very happy with our choice to not have kids. Me and my wife seem to get a lot more active enjoyment out of not having kids than anyone I know seems to get out of having kids.
You know, personally, I do want to have children, at least 1 or 2 children. I don't want any more than 2 at most. Cause that's just too much. Just 1 or 2 kids. If I'm going to have one, I would like to have a boy, mainly because I would like someone to carry on my name. But it at maximum 2 kids, but at least 1.
Still love Seth Rogen, I'm not gonna lie, and now I just want him to shut up. I think it is really sad and quite unfortunate that this has become the prevailing attitude over the last number of years towards having kids and a family. This has sort of become the accepted position. And in Valkyrie's case, she is, 33 years old, I think I read. And so because she's a popular internet personality, this is the age where everybody starts asking, when are you having kids? When are you gonna make babies? Ask me how I know that. So her sentiment here...
If she's gonna have kids, she better absolutely decide quickly, because for women, it becomes a lot more difficult and a lot more dangerous to have kids after the age of 35. So if anybody's going to have, if any lady out there, if you're going to have kids, you better make sure you decide to have kids before you turn 35. You can have kids after 35, but like I said, for the female body, it's a lot more difficult and it's a lot more dangerous to have kids after 35. At least from what I have understood.
At least in my opinion, is not entirely surprising. Even Mr. Beast weighed in asking why people care, given that it doesn't affect them at all if she reproduces. And on a surface level, he is correct. A stranger's personal choices in this way don't have any bearing on our individual lives. Unless they're like committing a crime against you. Don't do that. And yet, despite the fact that this really does have nothing to do with the rest of us, there's something undeniably melancholic about this worldview. I really cannot think of anything more depressing than playing video games for the rest of my life. And I really like video games.
Oh, I'll be playing video games until they put me in the fucking ground. I can guarantee you that. Until my last heartbeat, and I have breathed my last breath, and I have thought my last thought, and I have said my last word, I will be playing video games. Period. There is nothing on this planet, aside from me losing my arms or being put into a vegetative state, that will stop me from playing video games.
What the f? Oh my god! Stop laughing. Bro, I don't even want to hit resume. I don't want to do it.
I love seeing people play Dead Space that are absolutely easily terrified and easily scared. I have a streaming friend of mine who is currently going through the Dead Space remake, and it absolutely makes me laugh because she is not good with horror. So it is fucking hilarious to see people who are absolutely not good with horror play Dead Space remake. Or just Dead Space in general, because it is fucking funny.
But come on, really, how is this a life goal? The more that I looked into these sentiments...
No, I never want to have kids. I don't want to be pregnant. No, I won't change my mind. And you know what? That is completely fine. I'm fine with people not wanting to have kids. It is completely understandable, especially in the financial way nowadays, because, like I said before, it's expensive to fucking live. So I'm fine. You want to have kids? Have kids. You don't want to have kids? Don't have kids. But you better make sure you decide before it is too late. Because there are plenty of women who have said they don't want kids and they just want to be independent, who have later on in life saw their friends and family, how happy they were with kids, to completely regret not having kids. And they are envious because they want that sort of happiness that their friends and family have because they had kids. So if you're going to not have children,